I have a question about starving to death.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Right? When you starve to death,
Go on.
say I went without food, I was through the desert, it's crawling along, eventually I starved to death.
Right.
Say, 30 seconds before I starved to death, a dude held a sandwich. He was like, I wouldn't just die, would I? I'd be like, there's a sandwich, I'm going for it. And I'd live longer to get to the sandwich.
You know, I think you could potentially be so far gone that even if you eat, you still die.
Because your stomach shrinks. Your stomach, when people go a really long time without eating,
Kristen Maris, everyone.
their stomach shrinks up, and then whenever they eat, their stomach can't handle food.
You can have a nibble.
Yeah, you can't eat too much at once.
I'm gonna stave off death with a nibble.
But you could keep going, wouldn't you? And you would,
Yeah, you just nibble it.
I think you could have hope and survive.
You can survive on hope.
I think when you
forever.
I'm thinking when you starve to death,
What if?
you
Okay,
give
so
up.
let me give you a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, but I want to
So-
send you to Ethiopia and just tell everyone to hope. Just do that.
Yeah, but you
So
can't
isn't
give
that
them
what Sally
false hope.
Brothers
So
did?
here's the
Just
thing.
keep- just
30
keep
seconds
hoping.
before death, the guy shows you the sandwich, and you're like, yes. And he's like, just kidding, and throws it away. How much longer do you live? Do you have another 30 seconds? What if he pulls out another sandwich? He's like, oh, just kidding, here you go. And then throws that away. Like,
Well, it
could
doesn't-
you live forever like
it
that?
would
Like,
work.
would your life go on indefinitely as long as he has sandwiches to show you?
What if you could just smell the sandwich? Because you get nutrition through the smell.
Waft the
Just
sandwich
a
at
sandwich
you.
on a fishing rod.
Yeah, you're like, just a little more. I want to live.
Well, no, it would be like a thing. Like you would learn that he was screwing with you, and then you'd give up.
Well, what if
It's
he brought
the
out,
whole
what if he
thing.
brought out
Give
ice
up.
cream then? You're like, oh, shit,
can
that's
bury
something
it
new.
Well, he threw the sandwich, but maybe he won't throw the ice cream.
Right.
People are suggesting, Gavin, that if you're starving to death, just don't do it.
Yeah, just tell yourself not to, right?
Just don't starve.
That's
What it is-
Dr. Free.
You have adrenaline to boost yourself a little bit further.
Okay,
So you can live
you're
on
dying
just-
of starvation. you're like 30 seconds from death, but you're in a plane and someone pushes you out the plane. Does the adrenaline keep you alive? Because according to you, adrenaline keeps you alive.
I think adrenaline would cause you to starve to death faster. No, I'm not
Like,
kidding.
it makes your heart start going. And
So you'd be crawling through the desert. You'd be like, oh, I've got about 30 seconds left. Oh, sandwich. And just kick it immediately.
Why is the whole scenario desert and sandwiches?
Well, 'cause
you can
I really
starve
want
to
a
death
sandwich
anywhere.
now. Can we get a
run out of
sandwich?
food in a desert.
You can starve to death in a cave.
You'd run out of water.
Well, yeah.
You started death here.
You starve to death in a swimming pool. Why does it have to be a desert?
Okay, so you've got
Do you live in a Warner Brothers cartoon? Is that what you're doing?
so you've got 30 seconds till you die, but you're underwater and you can hold your breath for 45 seconds. Do you die of starvation or drowning?
You die of oxygen starvation at that point.
I love your questions. Did you just come up with that right now, or had you been thinking about that for a while?
I actually thought about that earlier today. I was like, can hope keep you alive for an extra minute?
I do hate hypothetical situations. Whoever said that, but when they're retarded and you can make fun of someone, that's a whole other deal.
Thanks.
No, I think it's a legit. I don't even think that's that hypothetical. He's asking like, what is starvation?
I guess, yeah, that's true.
And can you keep it at bay with hope?
With hope.
The answer is no.
According
Kevin.
to some romantic movie trailers I've seen, hope can keep you alive.